hippity hoppity Easter's on its way. And this episode, we're going to be doing another KonMari method on all of my Easter spring decorations. We're actually going to put up all the decor and we are going to organize all of this stuff. It's time to put all of the St. Patrick's decorations away, and I hope everyone had a very lucky day on March 17th. But now it is time to transition into Easter. Easter is only like 2.5 weeks away, and I want to get all of the Easter decorations up. So I have to go into the basement where they're stored so that I can see what I have and pull everything out and lay it all out KonMari style. If there's one thing I can joke about, just so I can laugh at myself, is that my hoard keeps me into shape. Lugging all of these boxes and all of these things up and down the steps is definitely a workout. Next, I want to go look in the attic and see if there's any Easter decorations in there. We used to store all the Easter and spring bins up in here, but last year when we did the KonMari method, we realized it was so much easier to just store them into the basement. So now I just want to make sure that we have all of the Easter decorations all together, and sure enough, I was able to find 1 or 2 little pieces. And now that we have all the boxes and bins all together, we can start to lay it out KonMari style, which means I gotta pull everything out of each bin, lay it out, and look at it. Now, many of you have asked me, why do you have so many different decorations for every single holiday? And I just wanted to let everyone know is that when I was a little girl, that's what we did. Well, maybe not my parents as much, but my aunt, who I spent many, many years and time with because she watched me while my parents worked, she decorated for every holiday. And as a little girl, I loved it. It brought me so much happiness. It brought me so much joy to see all the decorations, especially spring, because it's like, yes, spring is here. And I'm so excited because we're out of the winter blues. So that's where the emotional attachment to decorations for each and every holiday had formed. And honestly, I do love it, but I do just have to monitor it so that I can still enjoy it without it being a crazy, over-hoarded mess. So I want to show you this bin really quickly because I'm not going to pull it all out and lay it on the floor because this is all Easter gifts for this year that wasn't given out last year. So it's for my kids, my niece, my nephews, my neighbors, friends. I love making little Easter treats and baskets because gift giving is my love language to people. But I don't want my kids to walk out of their room, see all their Easter surprises and be like, oh, what's this? And spoil the fun. So I'm definitely going to be using a lot of this stuff this year, giving it away as gifts. And now I have everything laid out KonMari style. And yeah, it's probably still a lot. And it's crazy that I did a big declutter last year and that this is less than what I used to have. But that's okay, right? We're recovering in hoarding disorder. We're taking our baby step decluttering, letting go of things each and every day. And we're starting to see more and more open spaces. Now, as I start to look at all of my Easter stuff, I think it's best as an recovering hoarder to maybe start decorating with the pieces that I already want to put up. That way I can see what's up, what I'm using, and what is left over. So there are 2 reasons why I absolutely love decorating for each and every holiday. The first one we talked about was that it makes me happy. It brings back memories of when I was a child, and I love to decorate to bring those feelings back because what happens when I'm happy? I'm not anxious anymore. And the anxiety and the ADHD is what has triggered my hoarding. My second thing that I absolutely love with decorating is that it's a creative outlet for me. I can put the pieces together, see what looks pretty to me, but to create new pieces, which this right here is in the basement. I wanted to create a new spring decoration with items I already have. So I started grabbing the bin, I started grabbing the Easter grass because I'm going to put these eggs in there and I think it's gonna look so pretty when it's all done. Another thing I love to decorate each holiday is this 3-tier stand. Again, my soul is one of a creative, artsy type, so anything that allows me to put things together, try and color coordinate everything is just therapeutic to me. Now that we got most of the Easter decorations up, this is what was left over. Now, some of this stuff I do still have to hang up, like this over here. These eggs on strings that I made a few years ago, they go on the bay window, but I couldn't hang them up because I still had all that stuff on the couch and I couldn't reach to it. But now we finally get to do the decluttering part of the KonMari style. Now, what I like to do is the reverse of Marie Kondo. I like to find the things that don't bring me joy and declutter it to get the decluttering momentum going, like all of these extra plastic eggs. They can all go. Same with this little bunny basket. It's really cute. Maybe I'll give it as a gift this year because we're actually going to see family and friends. So maybe I'll give this away, so we'll let this go as well. This basket over here, there's no joy. There's no joy to be had. We can let this item go as well. Now over here, I got a lot of like Easter bags and paper, and some of it is sentimental to me, but some stuff we can let it go. We can let go of some of this tissue paper, some of these bags, this right here, we can let that go as well. Even though I'm creating gift bags this year, I'm not going to need all of this. So I'm going to be getting rid of at least half of this. That way, we're tossing and we're using the items we already have and staying in our no spend challenge. And now that we got that decluttering momentum going, it's easier. I can actually let go of this. I can also let go of this item as well. These are items that I had to hold on to last year that I wasn't ready to let go of. So it shows that you can heal in your hoarding disorder and start to create habits of letting go because I don't feel an emotional attachment to it anymore. Now this right here are the resurrection eggs that tell the story of Easter in the biblical terms. So we'll be pulling that out very soon. And here are some window clings that I like to put on the kids' windows and on the front door. But honestly, we can let this top one go. Next, these eggs right here, I kid you not, they're from an Easter hunt and we never even ate the candy. Not from 2020 because everything got canceled, from 2019. So this entire bag is a tossy. These Easter eggs right over here, brand new in the bag, we can give them away. We don't need them. Lord knows I have a huge tub of eggs. Same with this. We can let this go as well. So this right here is a tossy. We can recycle this, but the rest of the stuff is items that I use for Easter weekend. We do a lot of baking and make bunny cakes and all kinds of fun things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize it into a kitchen Easter storage bin. And finally, I'm going to be decluttering half of these plastic eggs that were collected through Easter egg hunts since Brandon was 1. So that would make it 2009. I held on to them because I was emotionally attached to them. And with my OCD, I have to touch each and every single one of these eggs so that I can make the emotional gut decision whether to let it go or whether I can keep it. And I know this is emotionally draining and the decision-making fatigue is setting in, but it's what I have to do to make this successful so that I can heal in my hoarding. Now, we're not going to stop there. No. We have decluttered enough stuff where it's time to start organizing it all. Now, many of you have suggested for holidays or other categories to buy the bins in the same colors. And once I saw these lilac purple bins, I knew that they would be perfect for Easter and spring storage. And when I got home, I used my friend's label maker that I borrowed from her to create labels on the bins. Now, I will be purchasing one soon so I can give this back. But I love how the labels come out. When you label the bins, you know exactly what's in there. I know what decorations, what items are where, and I actually really enjoy organizing. I'm actually excited to finally transition to this stage of healing in my hoarding where I can organize the pieces I love. Now, these are the old bins that I used to store the Easter and spring stuff in. So we're going to be taking them in the basement so we can use it for sorting and organizing when we get down there. This bin over here, remember, this was all of the Easter gifts. So this will be empty too as soon as Easter's done because I'm going to be giving away at least 70% of it. And now I get to show you my pretty purple organizational bins for Easter and spring. And I love how this looks and I know where everything goes. That way I don't have to buy double and triple of things because I'll know where it's at. Now I purposely did not buy a purple bin for the eggs because the idea is in the future when I continue to declutter more of these eggs, they'll all fit into either the kids bin or the sentimental bin. So that was premeditated to not buy a purple bin for that. And another bonus is that with my OCD, I am only going to want Easter stuff in these purple bins. So if I ever buy something new, something else needs to be decluttered too. And now I finally get to show you my tossy pile. And you know what? I'm pretty proud of myself. I have really strengthened my decluttering muscles because we did a huge tossy pile last year when I did the KonMari method on my Easter stuff. And I'm just surprised that I was still able to let more things go this year. Now, a majority of this stuff is going to be recycled, whether it's regifted, whether it's donated to a church for their egg hunts, because I believe some of them are having an egg hunt outside this year, and some of them are going to go on my Facebook Townsgiving page. So most of this stuff is not going to go into a landfill. It will be recycled and reused because that's very important to my heart. So there you have it. We decorated, we decluttered, and we organized. We are ready for spring and new beginnings and creating new habits so that we can evolve into the person we want to be. But what I'm really looking forward to is the warm weather that spring brings us.